How did you feel about Kenya going on Wendy Williams and putting it on blast that you are the highest paid housewife on Atlanta?
Oh, God.
Don't check for me unless you got a check for me.
Yes.
Season 12 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. How are you feeling about it?
Oh, this year is going to be good. You know, every year they always say that I'm always the one that's like, when we start taping, I'm like, I don't know about this. But every year I say that. And this year, I'm just so happy with how things ended up coming together. Meaning that I feel like the best seasons are when we have a lot of personal stories along with the drama.
Yeah, there is a lot of personal story. We've mostly just seen personal story so far, focusing a lot on Porsha and Dennis for these first few episodes.
Well, when we first started taping, apparently they had a lot going on, honey.
Did you know all that was going on?
I didn't know everything that was going on because, you know, Porsha and I, we don't talk as much, you know, outside of the girls. So I didn't really know what was going on with her. And after last year, I said I wasn't saying anything else about anything that I've heard, especially not, you know, dealing with the Porsha and Dennis situation. I don't want us to continue to have drama. Like, that was starting to annoy me that she and I just became the drama every year all of a sudden, you know. And so I was like, I didn't want that anymore. I really wanted her to focus more on her and getting her groove back. She just wasn't being her normal self, so she wasn't really getting made up. I had saw her, she didn't have on heels, she didn't have her makeup on. I was like, who are you? That wasn't the girl that I know. The Porsha that I know is normally, you know, glam and heels and all of that. And so my whole point to her was, do not let whatever's happening in the relationship get you down, because at the bottom line is, you are a mother now. You may or may not be doing this journey on, you know, as a single mom. Who knows? But you still got to pull it together and get your groove back. Get your groove back. Keep your career on point. I was like, you cannot allow everything to fall apart just because whatever's happening in your personal life. So pull it together, girl. And that's what I was saying to her.
I talked to Porsha ahead of the season, and she said the dynamic of the group has really changed now that every main person is a mom. Do you feel that too?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, I've been a mom, so it's not feeling different for me. I think it's definitely more different for Porsha and Kenya because they're new to the mom world.
Yeah.
You know, they can relate to each other in that way now, and it's kind of like a bonding thing happening between people who really weren't cool. Obviously, Kenya and Porsha weren't cool before, and now they've bonded over being mothers, which is a great thing. You know, they still was holding on to other dramas outside of that.
Okay. Bringing up Kenya, when you heard she was coming back into the fold this year.
Clearly, you know, I was all down for that. I like to say I had a hand in that one.
I think we saw that hand last season when you roped her in to come to Cynthia's event.
Yes.
Stirred up some unexpected drama.
Yeah, I didn't even think it was going to turn left like that. I just really wanted Kenya to show her face. My whole goal with that situation was that I did not want us to go a whole season and the fans never got a chance to see Kenya pregnant. I said, that didn't make sense to me. I'm like, Kenya, all these years we've been invested in her, finding love, having a baby, and here it is, she's pregnant, and the fans are not going to see her one time.
Right.
And I really didn't take in consideration other people's feelings, I guess, but it is what it is.
This is a bunch of bullshit that Cynthia's doing. Considering she had every opportunity to tell me, she didn't tell me because she did not want me to know.
Yeah, NeNe all up in her feelings about that.
Yeah, she was. I didn't know it was going to go left like that, though.
Like, so much so that she took a step back from the group and almost from the show.
And I don't know if she was ever choosing to step away from the show. From what I understand, she's always said that nobody is ever going to stop her check or stop her from, you know, dealing with the show. So I don't think that stopped her. I have no idea, you know, why she wasn't on the first couple of episodes, because I know that's, you know, talked about a lot and there's so many different opinions of what is going on. I don't feel like any one of us stopped her from being on the episode.
Okay. Yeah, we just sat down with NeNe and she said she would not give Kenya that much credit, is how she put it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's basically what I'm saying. I mean, we didn't have anything to do with her not being on the episode.
I want to get your responses to some things NeNe said in the interview we just did with her.
Oh, Lord.
She said,
These girls, to me, all seem to want to be the queen or the one that everybody think of when they say housewives. And I don't think that that's possible. I think there's one queen and there's a lot of princesses.
What make her think she's the queen? You know, that's that ego thing. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to claim the queen. Like, I feel like everybody on this show is a queen. One person can't carry it. So, with that being said, much love to her. I'm glad she's here. But I would never say that there is one queen and a whole bunch of princesses, because those first 2 episodes went along just fine. People tuned in and life went on. Everybody has fans on this show. And so that's just how I will leave it. You know what I mean?
yeah, kind of in that same discussion, how did you feel about Kenya going on Wendy Williams and putting it on blast that you are the highest paid housewife on Atlanta?
Oh, gosh.
I mean, she's the top biller.
That's not true. So
Who makes the most in Atlanta?
Kandi makes the most money.
Okay.
So if I was coming for anybody's purse and bag, it would be Kandi's.
So I'm not going to confirm neither here nor there. Well, what I will say is, I've seen what the blog said for years, and they've never had my salary rate, okay? Bravo has treated me well as they treat everybody well on this show. They take care of us, and I'm happy with what they pay me, and I'm leaving it at that. I do not care what everybody else gets paid, and I don't want them to care about what I'm getting paid.
Did Kenya get a text message or a phone call after that interview from
I
you?
was like, girl, what? And she was just like, well, she thought it was funny, and she felt like, yeah, well, I just need to let them know. I was like, hey, man, I'm staying out of that. I mean, I just don't feel like it's appropriate for us to talk about, like, how much we make and stuff like that. And I don't even know, like, when I see those, like, the reports come out about how much each person makes on the show, I'm like, who's giving them this information? Like, who's really sending it in to say, oh, this person I know I'm not telling anybody how much I make. So who's giving you this information? It's not true. I can tell you since at least season 3, I've seen anything I've seen that reported it's never been right.
Okay, I'll take that. Also in our chat with NeNe, she said she has never gotten physical.
I ain't never been a fighter.
No, not a fighter,
No,
but I'm
I
saying
fight with
arguing.
my words. But you
Right.
know, I get it why people mostly think that I have fought, because I can say something that make you feel like you've been hit. So I get it.
I think your face is saying it all right now. I mean, we saw last year she pulled the cameraman.
Get the out of my closet, man.
Yeah, how can you deny what's on camera? I mean, it was one thing if the camera didn't see it. Remember that one year she was like, well, if the camera didn't see it. But this time, the camera saw it. So it's like, I don't know if you can necessarily deny what's on film.
You're not gonna stand up and say nothing? Stop it!
From the trailer of this season, it looks like things get to an almost physical place again, or maybe a
couple
place.
of times.
A couple of
season.
times.
A few times this season, the girls have gotten pretty rowdy.
Where is security? She needs to get out of this room. Please, no.
Pause. What's that about? Why?
I don't know. I always say they have too many. They're drinking all day. And then some of them start talking too much when they drink. Some of them get kind of mean when they drink. And so I always say, I'm glad I don't drink, because if this is what's going down when you drink it, ugh.
You're starting to witness it.
Yeah,
I guess survive it.
We've had a few moments where security had to, break them up, do something. Yeah.
Talking about personal story, you've got a lot going on in your life. A baby is on the way. Baby
Yes.
number 3. Mm-hmm. Are we ready? Is the nursery prepared? How's everything?
The nursery is still getting done.
Okay.
I'm behind schedule. I should have had all this done, and I have not. I am like rushing. I'm in a rush right now. I'm in a mad rush to get all my stuff together.
How does Ace feel about becoming a big brother?
He's excited. He keeps saying, "Oh, my little sister, my baby sister, when she gets here." Oh, it was so cute one day. We still have one of his little small potties next to a regular sized toilet in the hallway. And one day he said, "I'm gonna teach my baby sister how to stand up and pee at this toilet while I'm peeing at this toilet." I was like, I don't think that's gonna work, but okay.
How does Riley feel about the new baby?
Oh, she's, well, you know, in the beginning, she always says, we don't need any more kids,
Right.
but everybody's excited.
We see in the trailer too, it looks like you guys have taken on more businesses.
You got 6 new businesses, and you ain't did nothing with them.
What can we expect on that front?
Well, okay. My husband is very smart, very intelligent, but lately he's been a little bit overdoing it. It's just, he's decided to add all of these different businesses at the same time, and I just felt like we should have, like, you know, get one moving before we start the next one. It's just a lot at the same time. And don't get me wrong, I believe that we should go after our dreams, and obviously I like to multitask.
Yes, we know you're a hustler.
But I just felt like 6 new businesses at the same time that you all trying to start at once is a lot when you already got about 6.
Right.
You know? I'm just like, okay, here we go.
Here we go. Wrap things up here. Season 12. What are you most looking forward to the fans getting to experience this year?
Whew. Well, season 12, obviously, seeing all these babies is awesome. But the girls and their drama is so funny. It's like new dramas. New dramas. It's not like the old stuff being rehashed. It's like new stuff. And then you get to see people are going to be put on blast this year, you know, and I love when, you know, people tell lies or little fibs and then they go back and play the footage on them. Oh, that's going to happen multiple times this year. Oh,
Is there one big drama in it, or is it a bunch of like...
It's a bunch of little dramas this year. And I think, well, you know, y'all like to call them friends of the show, but I would say, you know, Marlo and Tanya, they are damn near on the show as much as the Housewives
I was
this
gonna say,
season.
after that
and they
scene
got a lot
with
of
you
stuff.
and Marlo at the trampoline park, I was like, where's Marlo's peach?
I
We need to
would
know this whole
love-
story.
I would love for Marlo to have a peach because she has a lot happening in her life right now, which we will still see it. And, you know, I think it's gonna be good TV.
Is there anything that you're dreading having to relive or watch back?
Ooh, which part? Well, okay, you know what? I would say for me, I didn't have as much drama with the girls this year. I did have like one moment to where, you know, I was like, okay, girl. But not as much drama with the girls as, let's say, as much as they're having.
Got it.
Let's just say so. This year for me, I'm pretty happy with how things are going. I'm mostly dealing with my own personal stuff of waiting for my baby to get here. And then also, you know, the thing, you know, with my husband and all his many businesses he started. You know, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. But for the show itself, you know, I don't want to give away anything that's happening, but it's a lot of drama with these girls.
It always is, isn't it?
It is. It is. It is.